You were told that life happens to you, that what you experience is outside your control, random, chaotic, disconnected, but that's not the truth. What if reality doesn't react to your actions, but to your energy? What if the people you meet, the events that unfold, the emotions that rise were not accidents but reflections, echoes of a frequency you carry within? This is the mirror principle, and once you see it, you can never unsee it. Life is not punishing you, it is mirroring you, not what you want, but what you are. It reflects your vibration with perfect neutrality. No judgment, no exception. Every thought you think, every emotion you rehearse, every belief you hold as truth becomes part of the signal you emit, and the world responds accordingly. Your reflection may look like chaos, but what if it's just the voice of your own forgotten self, trying to be heard? The mirror does not punish. It repeats. It echoes. The fear you suppress, the guilt you deny, the light you ignore, they all return until you meet them. Not to destroy you, but to show you where you're still asleep. And here's the sacred secret. When you change the frequency, the reflection must change, but not instantly, because the universe honors the root, not the surface. There is a sacred delay, a buffer of grace where energy is stabilized before form is rearranged. The impatient ego calls this failure. The awakened soul calls it alignment. Transformation happens first in the unseen. You want peace? Plant it in your heart. You want abundance? Feel it before you see it. You want love? Become it. The universe does not respond to your words. It responds to your coherence. Because thoughts are architects, emotions are blueprints, and together they shape the world around you. You are not living in a random world. You are living in a responsive field. Every person you attract, every lesson that repeats, every moment of grace or rupture is not a glitch. It's a mirror so honest, so precise, that it terrifies those who still blame the external. But you are here to remember, to stop fixing the reflection and begin transforming the source, because reality is not the cause, it is the effect. You are not here to fight the screen. You are here to rewrite the code. And the moment you remember this, everything changes. You stop chasing, you stop performing, you stop reacting, and you begin to create. But the mirror waits. It waits not for your mood, but for your alignment. Not for your wish, but for your embodiment. And when that alignment is held, despite the void, despite the silence, despite the delay, the mirror bends. Not because you forced it, but because you became it. This is not magic. This is remembrance. You are the signal. You are the field. And the world is your echo. This is the mirror path, and it begins the moment you stop chasing light and start becoming it. But there's more. Once the mirror reveals itself and you begin living from the inside out, something even deeper begins to awaken. You begin to sense that your consciousness is not locked within this body, that this form you walk in, this face, this voice, this name, are only instruments, not the music. The veil between dimensions starts to thin. Dreams no longer feel like fiction. They feel like memory. And in the stillness of night, when your body sleeps, your spirit begins to travel. What many call dreams are fragments of a much larger journey, a journey where your consciousness detaches from the physical form and moves freely through the astral. This is not fantasy. This is projection, the natural ability of a conscious soul to explore the subtle layers of existence beyond the veil of matter. You feel it when you float above your body, when you visit places you've never seen in waking life, but that feel oddly familiar. When you wake up with truths you never learned, but somehow always knew. And then comes the sight, not of the eyes, but of the soul. You begin to see beyond appearances. Auras shimmer at the edge of vision. People's emotions radiate like color and vibration. Truth pierces through masks. Lies collapse before your silence. This is clairvoyance, not as a gift for the chosen, but as the consequence of inner coherence. When your vibration aligns, your perception expands. You don't need to chase insight. You become it. You begin to witness the subtle anatomy of reality, the energetic patterns behind emotion, the currents that move people before they speak, the presence of beings beyond the physical spectrum. You no longer just see, you recognize. And this recognition opens the gateway to a higher order of living, where once there was only reaction, now there is revelation. Where once there was only logic, now there is knowing. And it all began with one realization, that the world is not happening to you, it's echoing from you. So now the question is no longer, how do I change my life? The question becomes, what am I really projecting? Because if reality is the mirror, and your soul is the light behind it, then everything you experience is not just reflection, it's invitation, an invitation to become lucid, not only in sleep, but in life, to become the dreamer who knows they are dreaming, and therefore can reshape the dream. This is the mirror path, not a belief system but a doorway, not a teaching but a remembrance. And once you cross this threshold, you don't just observe the world, you begin to co-create it from the sacred power that lives inside your being. You no longer walk blindly, you walk in vision, you walk in awake. So if this message stirred something within you, if it echoed like a forgotten truth, then don't let it fade into the next distraction. Let the mirror respond. Like this video, not for the algorithm, but as a signal that this frequency matters. Leave a comment, not to be heard, but to anchor what awakened inside you. Subscribe to this path, not as a follower, but as a remembering soul reclaiming your light. This is the mirror path, and it has only just begun. What comes next is no longer a question of chance. It's a reflection of who you choose to become from this moment forward. Let's walk together, in clarity, in consciousness, and in the sacred remembrance of who we truly are.